Welcome to This Day in Baseball. We bring you everything from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat and every milestone and oddball event in between. Today's game is courtesy of thisdayinbaseball.com. You can come for a peek, make friends for a lifetime. Before, after, and during the game, check out the links below the video and visit the player pages, parks, and teams as you listen to this blast from the past. You can catch us on every social media platform, and I want to do a special thanks to MLB Classic Radio Archives for this broadcast. Now, let's play ball!
The weatherman going all the way with the participants and the fans who are here for the final game of the World Series. High blue sky with some very light fleecy clouds up above. Strong wind blowing from left to right field. And that right field line today will be the target for the Braves and the Yankees. The seventh game of the World Series is actually the point of no return for New York or Milwaukee. And so all that has gone before is today old news. To manipulate a phrase, into the valley of the 60,000 plus, into the shadows of the house that Ruth built, will ride the great champions of the National League, the Braves, and the defending world champions and American League title holders, the New York Yankees. Fans are bustling and they're really moving around. There's a great excitement, naturally, whenever you come to the concluding game of a World Series. Everything is being based on one delivery, one swing of the bat, and so today, everything is resting on this, the seventh game of the World Series. The lineup now for today's game, which may turn out to be the most important lineups that either manager Fred Haney or Casey Stengel have assembled in this great year of 1957, are being announced to the fans here assembled. And so now, in order to pass along to you exactly what everybody here is learning, here are the lineups for the Milwaukee Braves visiting Yankee Stadium. Bob Hazel will be in right field. This fine youngster, who is hopeful of doing something big to help his team today, as he did during the regular season when he came up to help them, is certainly trying and will be trying, as will all of the lads, to do his very best for his ball club. Hazel has been up 9 times. He has not had a base hit. He'll be in right field. Johnny Logan will be at shortstop, and he will bat second. Eddie Mathews will bat third and will play third. Hank Aaron will bat fourth and play center field. Wes Covington will be in left field, and he has made some of the great catches in the annals of the World Series play. Frank Torrey, the youngster from Brooklyn, New York, will be at first base for the Braves, and he will bat sixth. Felix the Cat Mantilla, still playing at second base in place of the injured Red Chambers, will be at second base, and he will bat seventh. Now Crandall will do the catching, and he will bat eighth. And Lew Burdette, who has pitched 2 complete games in this, the 1957 World Series, will be working today to help his Milwaukee Braves. And if he is able to do it, he will step into the annals of World Series history. In the 2 games that Burdette has worked, in a total of 18 innings, he's given up only 14 hits. He has allowed 2 earned runs, one of them coming on a home run. He's given up 3 bases on balls, and he's struck out 10, and his earned run average for the World Series is 1 run. For the New York Yankees, there's big news for the Yankee fans today. Hank Bauer leading off, and will play right field. Keenan Slaughter will bat second, and will be in left field. And Mickey Mantle will be back in the lineup, and he's playing center field. Yogi Berra will bat fourth and do the catching. Joe McDougal will be at shortstop, and he will bat fifth. Tony Kubek will move in from center field to third base. Jerry Coleman will bat seventh, and he'll be at second base. And Joe Collins, who takes particular pride in taking a surveyor's slant down that right field line against right-hand pitchers, will be at first base, and he will bat in the number 8 spot for New York. John Larson, who entered baseball's one-in-a-lifetime last year in the World Series with a perfect game, who has won a game in relief this year, will go to the mound for the Yankees. Larson worked up in Milwaukie. He worked 7 1/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 home run, 4 bases on balls, 4 strikeouts, and his earned run average is 2.45. Well, the Yankees are moving on to their positions, and we're waiting now as the first batter for the Milwaukee Braves. Bob Hazel, standing off to his left, waits for Don Larson to come out and start taking his warm-up tosses. Umpire Bill McKinley of the American League will work back at the plate. At first base will be Augie Donatelli. Joe Paparella of the American League will be at second base. And from the National League, Jocko Conlon will be at third. Down the right field line will be Nestor Charlotte of the American League, and Frank Sikori of the National League will be down the left field line. Again, we'd like to remind you, only in the interest of reporting, that there is a good strong breeze blowing out towards right field, and it's just 296 feet in number down that right field line. And we have 2 right-handers going today. So we're just about seconds away now from the first pitch of the final game of the World Series. And as Bob Hazel stands out there, he's been moved to the leadoff spot in the Milwaukee lineup. We're all set to go. So now ready to take you through the first 4 1/2 innings of this, the final game of the World Series of 1957. The young man from Milwaukee, Earl Gillespie.
Well, thank you very much, Bob, Neal, and good afternoon, everybody. You know, Bob, as we look down on this beautiful diamond here at Yankee Stadium, it's with a touch of sadness that we realize that this is the last baseball game of the 1957 season. It's been a thriller all the way. Good races in the American and the National Leagues. And after 160 games, this one's going to decide the World Championship. Milwaukee will send up Bob Hazel as manager Fred Haney goes to a shift in his batting order. Hazel, who had been batting down in the number 7 spot, has been moved up to the leadoff position. He'll be followed by Johnny Logan and then third baseman Eddie Mathews. A big, fast-balling right-hander who entered baseball's Hall of Fame with a crash last year with a brilliant, perfect no-hitter against the Brooklyn Dodgers in the Fall Classic. Don Larson, 6'4", 228 pounds, 28 years old. 1 victory so far in the series. Here is the wind-up of left-handed batter, Spike Waters. Call, this game is underway. Boy, and believe you me, the Blue Chips are down today in the Major Leagues. Bob Hazel is looking for his first base hit of the series. He's been up 9 times. Larson delivers, the curve swung on. Here is a line foul down the right field line. Turns off the railing in front of the box seats. It's picked up down the right field line by Nestor Charlotte of the American League, who is working on the right field foul line. Frank Sikori down the left field line. Strike 2 count on Bob Hazel. Manager Fred Haney has Connie Ryan coaching at third base. Johnny Riddle is down at first base. Larson ready, delivers. Fastball, swing on this, quick 3, struck him out. So there is strikeout number 1 for Don Larson. Brings up shortstop Johnny Logan, who has sparkled defensively in the series. And his bat spoke out loudly in Sunday's game at County Stadium when he doubled on the left field line in the 10th inning to drive in the tying run, making the score at that time 5-5. Johnny Logan, 4 hits, 22 times at bat, right-handed swinger, and there's a ground ball to the third baseman, Tony Kubek. Here's the throw. He is out, and that's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down in the first inning. The batter is third baseman Eddie Mathews. Eddie with 4 base hits and 18 at-bats is hitting at 222. 2 doubles, 1 home run, 2 runs batted in. A left-handed swinger, 2 outs, nobody on base, the first inning of play. Don Larson gets his sign from Yogi Berra. Here is the pitch, and Mathews looks at a strike and call on the outside corner above the knees. Larson, like his teammate Bob Turley, goes without a windup. So, as we mentioned yesterday, the Milwaukee hitters have to be ready up there at the plate. And he strike 2 is on the outside corner knee high, and Mathews finds himself in a hole. Strike 2 count. The Braves, 25-year-old third baseman, who has been one of the great stars in the National League. Strike 2 count. Henry Aaron on deck. And here's strike 3. He is called out. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base to score at the end of the top half of the first inning. Milwaukee nothing, the Yankees coming to bat. In the last half of the first inning, the New York Yankees send up Hank Bauer. Enos Slaughter, and Mickey Mantle. In the outfield for Milwaukee, Les Covington is in left. Henry Aaron in center field, Bob Hazel in right field. Eddie Mathews at third base, Johnny Logan at short, Felix Mantilla at second base, and Frank Torrey at first base. Lew Burdette coming back with only 2 days left on the mound, and Del Crandall is doing the catching. Burdette pitched a brilliant ball game, besting Whitey Ford last Monday, 1-0 at Milwaukee County Stadium. He has 2 victories in the series. He won the second game of the series, 4-2, here at Yankee Stadium. He has held the Yankees scoreless for 15 consecutive innings. Hank Fowler, right-handed batter, one of the heroes yesterday, who lined a home run off relief for Ernie Johnson in the 7th inning to win the game 3-2. Fowler, strong right-handed batter. The first pitch swung on a chopper that is a fair ball. Left field line, extra bases. Here's Fowler winging in the second base. The thrower swing into the shortstop, and he pulls up at second. That was just a fair ball, bouncing on the line. A double for Hank Fowler, and he now has hit safely in the last 14 consecutive World Series games, establishing a new World Series record. Hank Fowler. Now the Yankees have a runner in scoring position on second base. Nobody is out. The batter, left fielder, Enos Slaughter. Slaughter with 3 hits and 8 trips, batting at .375. 1 double, no RBI. The outfielder playing around towards left as he takes quick one to the outside corner knee high. Left-hander Warren Spahn, who just 2 days ago was down in bed with a 104-degree temperature, is loosening up on the left center field bullpen for the Braves. That temperature returned to normal yesterday. He had a case of the grip. The right-hander Burdette delivers. The pitch is running out front behind the plate. A foul ball, and it's strike 2. So far in the 6 games, the plate attendance has been 333,505. And veteran scribes who have covered World Series for a good many years have said that this has been one of the most exciting, interesting series in the last decade. Only one lopsided score, that was registered by the Yankees in that 12-3 victory last Saturday afternoon. Strike 2 count. Runner on second base, nobody out. Burdette delivers a swing and a roller foul down that third base side, and it's still strike 2. Frank Rossetti is coaching at third base. Charlie Keller at first base. A strike 2 count on Slaughter. And on deck, one of the great stars in the national pastime, Mickey Mantle, returning to active duty, injured his shoulder last Saturday in Milwaukee. Into the stretch goes Burdette. He delivers, and it's outside, ball 1. Ball 1 and strike 2. This series is even in home runs. The Yankees have 7, and the Braves have 7. Defensively, the Braves have clicked off 10 double plays, the Yankees 4. Henry Aaron is shading Slaughter around towards left center. The infield is straight away. Hank Fowler on second base, nobody out. The 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a ground ball grab. They have the runner trapped now between second and third. They're running it back towards second base. Mathews flips to Logan. Logan to Burdette. Burdette back, and he is safe. And the Yankees have runners on 2 runners on second base. Burdette threw to Johnny Logan. That's the tag of Hank Fowler. And Enos Slaughter went sliding into second base. And for a moment we thought the Braves were playing the old Brooklyn Dodgers. As there are 2 Yankees on second base. Logan tagged both runners, but second base belonged to Hank Fowler, and Slaughter is out. So that'll be a fielder's choice. And once again, a Yankee base runner evaded a tag in a crucial play at second base, just as a Yankee runner did yesterday. But there is 1 man out. Runner on second base. Here is center fielder Mickey Mantle, batting left-handed against the right-hander Lew Burdette. Mantle batting at .267. The first pitch to Mick is outside a ball. Ball 1 and no strikes. That play is scored if you score by numbers at home. 1-6-5-6-1-6. Burdette to Logan to Mathews. To Logan to Burdette to Logan. Ball 1 and no strikes on Mickey Mantle. On deck is catcher Yogi Berra. The Yankees with Bauer on second base. 1 out. Last half of the first inning, no score. Already a lot of excitement of this deciding game of the 1957 World Series. Mickey Mantle steps out of the batter's box. He has been hampered by a very sore right shoulder. Lew Burdette has the sign, delivers, and here's a swing of it. Ball 1 and strike 1, and that swing has given Yankee fans thrills now for a few years. Struck to the shoulders by Mickey Mantle. Mickey was quoted as saying that his leg feels fine. That was his main concern starting the series. His left leg. The 1-1 pitch, and it's just outside, ball 2. Hank Fowler led off with a ground double just on the line down the left field side. Slaughter out on a fielder's choice, more or less, as they made the first play on Hank Fowler, having trapped Fowler between second and third, and they shot ground ball back to Burdette. Ball 2 and a strike 1 count. Fowler takes the big lead off second base. One man is out, the pitch, and Mantle swings hard. Misses, strike 2. Ball 2 and a strike 2 count. Ball 2 and strike 2. Lew Burdette, who during the National League campaign chalked up 17 victories against 9 defeats. 30-year-old right-hander, 6'2", 180 pounds, and soon he'll be enjoying the sunshine down in Sarasota, Florida, where he makes his home during the off-season. 2-2 pitch. A swing and a ground ball stabbed by Burdette. He's ready to throw to first base. Mantle is out, and Fowler holds up at second. High jumper. Lew Burdette leaping high, came down with the baseball. So there are 2 outs. And a Yankee runner is still on second base as the catcher Yogi Berra moves up towards home plate. Yogi Berra, who year in and year out has proved a clutch performer in the postseason classic. Yesterday proved why one of the third left-handed batters in the American League. And he's proving it right now as they look like they're going to walk him intentionally. They are. Yogi Berra conceding an intentional walk. This will bring up shortstop Joe McDougal. First base is open, and Burdette would rather face the right-handed batting shortstop of New York. Here's ball 3 outside. Yogi Berra yesterday got his first extra base hit of the series. And as far as the Yankees were concerned, it was a really big one, a 2-run blast to the right field seats. Ball 4 to Berra. The first walk given up by Burdette. This an intentional walk. And the Yankees have runners on first and second base with 2 outs. No score the last half of the first inning. Shortstop Joe McDougal batting .250. 5 hits in 20 trips. No extra base hits, 2 RBIs. And Gill is up there with teammates Hank Fowler at second base, Yogi Berra at first base. The Braves outfield playing around towards left. The infield is straight away. Burdette delivers. The pitch is inside. Ball 1. Ball 1 and no strikes. McDougal steps away from home plate. That incidentally was the first intentional walk of this series. Ball 1 and no strikes. Burdette taking his time. Every pitch is so very important this afternoon. The pitch to McDougal, and it's in close. Ball 2, 2-0. Rookie third baseman Tony Kubek, who has proved the most versatile star in the series, has played left. He has played center. Today he's playing third base. New baseball goes out to Lew Burdette. Lew turning around, showing us that red number 33 on the back of his gray uniform.
All right, Neal.
He's in trouble here in the last half of the first. And he's trying to rise to the occasion. Yankee runners on first and second. 2 outs, Joe McDougal, tough ball player, has called the time. Now he is set on the batter's box. Burdette takes a deep breath. Up on the rubber, into the stretch, arms down, delivers. And strike one is called on the inside corner above the knees. Ball two, strike one. Again, Gil McDougal walks out of the batter's box. He's in a tough spot here, trying to deliver right now for Casey Stengel of the Yankees and the Yankee fans across the nation. Burdette checking with Del Crandall. Ball two, strike one. The pitch on the way, and it's ball three, low and outside, and a bat that now loads him up. That brings up Tony Kubek. Ball three and strike one. Beautiful day out here at Yankee Stadium. The temperature is 65 degrees. The wind is blowing out towards the inviting right field seats. Ball three, strike one. On Gil McDougal. Fowler leads off second. Berra leads off first. 3-1 pitch. Swung on a high infield fly. Eddie Mathews moving down the third base line, getting out of his ball. Makes the catch and that retires the side. Good pitching by Lew Burdette. In the last out of the first inning, no runs, one hit, no errors, and two men left on base. At the end of the first inning, the score: the Yankees nothing, the Braves nothing. Henry Aaron leads off on Milwuakee in the second. Aaron, Covington, and Torrey to face the right-hander Don Larson. Aaron, one of the hitting stars of the series, has 9 hits and 23 at-bats. He's hitting at .391, 1 triple, 3 home runs, 5 runs batted in. While talking with Hank Pollard down around the batting cage this morning, Hank said, boy, that Aaron really has great grip power, doesn't he, Earl? He was speaking mainly, of course, of a home run yesterday into the bullpen in deep left center field. And a fastball is in close. It's ball one and no strikes. Barr was telling me that not too many baseballs find their way into that bullpen out there. It's 402 feet from the plate. The pitch curve is a strike call, outside corner around the knees, and it's even up on Aaron. It's ball one and strike one. Henry Aaron, right-handed batter. And a time is called by the umpire. Bill McKinley is calling for the baseball to look it over. Aaron, who was born February 5th, 1934. 23-year-old outfielder. Started the season in right field. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in close, ball two. He was shifted to center field after the collision involving Billy Bruton and Felix Mantilla on a high pop-up at Pittsburgh's Forbes Field midway through the 57th season. There's a swing and a loop in the left field coming in fast. Here's Slaughter. It's in for the base hit. Henry Aaron rounds the bag at first base and holds up. And Henry becomes the first player in the series to come up with that 10th base hit. A swing to the left. And it brings up the left fielder, Wes Covington. And they just announced that Henry Aaron has hit safely in all 7 games. Now here's Wes Covington, a left-handed batter. He takes the ball to throw. Wes, after getting off to a flying start in the first 2 games with 4 base hits, has gone hitless since. He now has 4 for 21, batting .190, 1 double, and 1 run batted in. He's up there with teammate Henry Aaron at first base. Nobody out, and a strike is called on the outside corner as Larson is keeping that ball low on the base. Ball one is strike one. First baseman Frank Torrey follows Covington in the batting order. Strike one, no score, second inning. Aaron on first base with a base hit. Wes Covington, who possesses good power, has not been able to catch a hold of a long one so far in the series. He's going to bunt it down the first base line. A beauty picked up by Larson. He tosses to Bill Collins for a play at first base, and there is a fine sacrifice. Wes Covington slid around to that batter's box at the last second and put one between the mound and first base, moving Henry Aaron to second base. That play is scored 1-3. Brings up first baseman Frank Torrey, who's been up 8 times and has 3 hits. 2 of his 3 hits home runs and long drives. 1 at Milwaukee, 1 here at Yankee Stadium. Johnny Riddle going through some signs down in that first base coaching box. Into the stretch goes Don Larson. The pitch to the left-handed batter is a curve that breaks low inside, and that's ball 1. Connie Ryan usually gives out the Milwaukee signs. Now Connie is in the front end of the coach's box. Sometimes that's a sign where the coach is standing in the box. Runner on second base. 1 man is out. The outfield playing around to the right. The pitch is a curve low inside. Ball 2. Braves' first scoring opportunity. They were 3 up, 3 down in the first inning as Don Larson registered a couple of strikeouts with Bob Hazel and Eddie Mathews. And with a leadoff single has moved to second base in a sacrifice by Wes Covington. Ball 2, no strikes on Torrey, and ball 3 is low inside at 3-0. Larson is being very careful with the left-handed batter with the right-handed swinger, Felix Mantilla on deck. No score. Braves batting in the second. Jerry Coleman playing deep at second base, standing on the edge of the outfield grass. 3-0 pitch, and ball 4 is outside. Now that very well could have been an unintentional intentional walk, as he did not come near that plate, hoping to have Torrey go after a bad pitch. The Yankee bullpen active as a right-hander, Tom Sturdivant, and a southpaw, Whitey Ford, begin cranking up their arms. Felix Mantilla, right-handed batter, hitless in the series, nothing for 6. Runners on first and second base. 1 man is out. The curve is a called strike. That one caught the outside corner, knee high. Mantilla is a tall, slim hitter. Only packs about 150 pounds. Don Larson looks him over, delivers. The curve is outside. He was going to swing, held up the ball, bounces in front of the plate. Yogi Berra scrambling, picked up that ball with Milwaukee runners holding on at first and second. Felix Mantilla is listed at 160 pounds. He's tall at 6'1", from Isabela, Puerto Rico. He's a youngster who has been brought up through the Braves farm system and was a teammate of Henry Aaron a few years ago down in Jacksonville, Florida. 23 years old. And he has proved a valuable utility man for Fred Haney as he has played 3 positions in the infield, third, short, and second base. Playing second today in place of the injured Red Changing. Right-handed batter, the 1-1 pitch, swung on a fly ball deep in the left field. This is sending Slaughter back on the run. He's backpedaling. He's waiting for it. Makes the catch. Aaron tags at second base, going to third, and the throw goes into second base. Long fly ball deep to left off the bat of Felix Mantilla. Deep enough to allow Aaron to tag at second base and go to third. So there are 2 outs. And the Braves now have runners on first and third base. Whitey Ford has taken a seat on the bullpen bench, and his place out there has been taken by Bobby Stentz. So it's the left-hander Stentz, the right-hander Sturdivant, warming up for old Casey Stengel. Runners on first and third base. Del Crandall, right-handed batter, and he takes strike 1. Fastball forward in there, knee high. Crandall has 2 hits and 15 at-bats. That figures out to 133 batting average. No extra base hits, no runs batted in. Crandall batting with runners on first and third base. 2 outs. Don Larson fires away, and it's just outside of ball. It's even up. Ball 1 and strike 1. Ball 1, strike 1. Larson, who had 10 victories against 40 defeats, during the American League campaign, delivered way outside. Ball 2. The pitcher, Lew Burdette, is due to hit next. On deck, it's the leadoff man, right fielder Bob Hazel. One of the most interesting things to me in the series, being with the National League Milwaukee Braves during the season, has been listening and talking with one of the great managers of our time, Casey Stengel. The only time we see Case is down at spring training. 2-1 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to the third baseman's left. Picks it up, throws to second base. Fort Clay retires the side. Crandall forcing Corey at second base. Tony Kubek to Jerry Coleman. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. For the second, Tony Kubek, Jerry Coleman, and Joe Collins. First 3 men at face right-hander Lew Burdette. Runs scored in the series, with the series tied 3 games apiece. The Yankees have scored 25, the Braves have scored 18. Except for that 12-3 game at Saturday, they have been close games, decided by no more than 2 runs. The Yankees took the first one, 3-1. The Braves the second game, 4-2. Then it was Yankees 12-3. The Braves 7-5 in 10 innings. 1-0 Braves on Monday, and yesterday 3-2 Yankees. A great series here in 1957. Tony Kubek, left-handed batter. Tony with 7 hits and 24 times at bat, hitting .292. And Burdette comes down with the first pitch. It's a ball outside. Pitch broke away from the southpaw hitter. Kubek has 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. Ball 1 and no strikes. Burdette's next. Ball, evidently he was taking, as he dropped his left hand down around the trademark of the bat and watched that pitch go by. Ball 2, strike 1. Nobody on base, nobody out. Last half of the second inning. Here's a swing and a miss, and it's even up at 2-2. October the 10th, the last game of the baseball season, and what a big game. The winner will be the world champion. Ball 2, strike 2. Outfield playing around to the right. Burdette delivers, and there's a swing and a hard stab by Eddie Mathews. There's a throw to first base. He is out. Good play. Backhanded pickup by Eddie Mathews in the hot corner. There is a youngster who has developed into one of the outstanding defensive third basemen in baseball. 1 man is out. Nobody on base. The batter, second baseman Jerry Coleman, batting at .333 with 6 hits and 18 times at bat. He has 2 doubles and 2 runs batted in. He asked umpire Bill McKinley to look over the baseball, which he did, and he tossed that ball out of the game. The Yankee players have not accused Burdette of throwing a spitter in the series. He has been accused many times by National League managers and by National League hitters. Jerry Coleman, the right-handed batter, takes just outside, ball 1. The outfield is playing Coleman a little bit towards left, with the infield just a shade towards left also. No score in the second. Coleman, a right-handed batter. The pitch on the way, and it's a strike called over the height of the plate. Evens it up at ball 1 and strike 1. Now Coleman steps out of the batter's box. And strike 1. On Jerry Coleman, he's waiting. The pitch swung on. There's a ground ball down the third base line. Fair ball picked up by Mathews. A low throw. Scooped up beautifully by Frank Corey, and what a play. Frank Corey dug a low throw out of the dirt. But the really pretty play on that was that he had to backhand the ball. And he had to almost go to that runner for it. And it's 2 out. 2 sparkling defensive plays by the Braves here in the second. Lew Burdette really ducked out of the way of Mathews. He fell right down to the ground as Eddie came up with that ball. A left-handed batter, Joe Collins, takes a strike on the outside corner. Strike one count. Joe Collins, who has been up 3 times in this series with no hits. But he is a dangerous long ball threat. Left-handed batter with a very pronounced closed stance. Looks at a ball inside. It's even up at 1-1. 1 and strike one. 2 outs, nobody on base, no score in the second. Lew Burdette coming back after 2 days rest. But Lew said he didn't throw too many pitches last Monday in the 80s in beating the Yankees 1-0. A 1-1 pitch. And it's low outside of the Yankees first baseman, ball 2. Collins up in the batter's box. Burdette reminded a lot of the sports writers who were asking him about the 2 days rest that he was used very frequently in relief in 1953. As a matter of fact, he was out of that bullpen. And in one stretch of that 1953 season, he was in and out of there quite a few times during the span of about 10 ball games. Here's a swing and a roller foul. Ball 2, strike 2. Man leaning over the railing down here almost upended himself trying to get that baseball, and I think he reached it. That would have been an awful position to get stuck in, because I don't think he would have enjoyed the rest of the ball game with a vantage spot. Ball 2, strike 2 on Joe Collins. 2 outs. Burdette's ready, and the pitch is swung on, a high foul. Off to the left, up into the crowd, and it's still 2-2. Ball 2, strike 2. Burdette reaching down for the rising sack. He is continually moving on the mound. The 2-2 pitch. A swing at a miss, and Collins strikes out. The Yankees are 3 up and 3 down. Strikeout number 1 for Burdette. Nothing across the board in the second. And the score at the end of 2 innings of play, the Yankees nothing and the Braves nothing. The Braves pitcher, Lew Burdette, will lead off in the third. And Burdette will be followed by Bob Hazel and Johnny Logan. Yogi Berra fires out to Jerry Coleman at second base. Around the Yankee infield, the baseball goes back into the mound, and Don Larson getting all set. Pulls down the peak of his cap, reaches down for the rosin sack as Burdette steps in the batter's box. Lew has no hits in 6 times at bat. Right-handed swinger, and Larson's first pitch is swung on. There's a high foul, third base side. This is in play, and the third baseman, Tony Kubek, looking up into the sun, makes the catch. That's 1 out. Burdette fouls out. Lew, incidentally, has shut out the New York Yankees for 17 consecutive innings. He had 15 going into today's game. 1 man is out. Here's right fielder Bob Hazel. And Bob is looking for his first World Series base hit. He has gone hitless in 10 times at bat. A left-handed batter. And the right-handed Larson's curveball is swung on. There's a base hit to left field. Bob Hazel just came up with his first World Series base hit. A line drive between Kubek and McDougall. He hit a Larson curveball. It was on the outside corner, and he hit it where it was pitched. Into left field. And that is hit number 2 off Larson. Brings up the shortstop, Johnny Logan, who was thrown out by Tony Kubek in the first inning. Don Larson checks the runner, delivers, and it's too low with a fastball. Ball 1 and no strikes. Yankee outfield plays Logan towards left field. The wind blowing out to right. Bob Hazel leads off first base. Here is a lob throw to first by Don Larson over to Joe Collins. Collins back to the mound. Logan's out of the batter's box. Connie Ryan going through a series of signs in the third base coaching box now. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on this as Logan that time tried to hit the right field. Something he can do very well. Ball 1 and strike on the count on Johnny. strike one count. Hazel leads off first base with one man out. The curve is swung on and popped foul. Yogi Berra digging hard towards the stands on the run, and he cannot reach it. Yogi Berra came racing back. He got a late start as he spun around, flipping off that mask, looking for the baseball, and as he spotted it, it was not an extremely high pop foul, and thus did not give Yogi time to get underneath the ball. So there's a break for Logan and the Braves. It's ball one and strike two. Larson came down off that mound, all the way down to the plate, and picked up Yogi's mask for his battery mate. Ball one and strike two. Milwaukee has Bob Hazel on first base with one out. The right-hander, Don Larson, stretches the pitch. Swung on a high foul first base side. And it's going to be a souvenir for a customer out here at Yankee Stadium. Ball one and strike two. Johnny again was trying to hit to right field. With the runner on first base, the first baseman Collins is holding him on, and Coleman is playing Logan over towards the bag at second, which opens up quite a gap between the two infielders. A 1-2 pitch, and it's high inside, ball two. Larson, realizing that Logan has taken two shots at right field, came in close that time with a fastball. Ball two, strike two. Johnny has the power to reach the left field seats here at Yankee Stadium. He did. In the second game of the series, here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and ground ball to the third baseman. Like to second base. High throw. And he is safe at second base, safe at first base. Here comes Casey out of the dugout. High throw by Tony Kubek. Pulled Jerry Coleman off the bag. He went through with the play. And it was safe at second base and safe at first base. And Casey Stringle is arguing with Augie Donatelli. At first base. And now Casey strides off the playing field. Not too happy. That is an error on the third baseman, Tony Kubek, whose throw was high, and Jerry Coleman leaped up for the ball, came down, missed the bag, and he was throwing at the same time. A fielder's choice and an error charged to Kubek. On first and second base. One man is out here. Third baseman Eddie Mathews. A left-handed batter, and it's way outside for one. Mathews struck out in the first inning. Left-handed batter who hit one in the slot in right center field for two bases yesterday. Runners lead off first and second base. Here is Blake, one on the outside corner, as Larson keeps that ball away from Mathews' power. Ball one and strike one. That was a perfect pitch. Even up on the Milwaukee third baseman. Ball one and strike one. Bob Hazel on second base. Johnny Logan on first base with one out. Outfield deep to the right. The big right-hander fires away, and it's strike two. Deck it is center fielder Henry Aaron. Ball one and strike two on Eddie Mathews. Don Larson gets his sign from Yogi Berra. Braves runners lead off first and second. One man is out on the third, no score. And the 1-2 pitch. Just outside, ball two. He tried to catch that outside corner in the eye. Ball two with a strike two count. Larson's ready. He fires, and they swing a line drive to right field. Right there. Here comes the Milwaukee Braves scoring. The ball is down deep in the corner. Logan is being waved around third base. He's pounding for the plate. Here comes the relay. He is safe. first baseman's head, driving in 2 runs. And Milwaukee has a 2-0 lead, and Casey Stringle's walking out to the mound. Eddie Mathews with a double down deep into the right field corner, driving in his 3rd and 4th runs of the series. And Milwaukee leads the Yankees 2-0 as Hazel scores and Johnny Logan scores. Johnny scoring all the way from first base. Henry Aaron on deck. And that is going to be all for Don Larson. Bobby Shantz. 5 feet 6. 151 pounds. Lives in Ambler, Pennsylvania. He is 32 years old. Bobby Shantz making his 3rd appearance. He started the 2nd game of the series, was beaten by Lew Burdette 4-2. So here is a southpaw to go to work on Henry Aaron. Shantz has worked 6 innings in the series, about 6 base hits. He's been tagged with one of the Yankee losses, given up 4 runs, of which 3 have been earned, 1 home run. He walked 2, and he struck out 7. Bobby Shantz, during the regular campaign in the American League, this Chinese southpaw with the heart of a lion started 21 ball games for KC and completed 9. Had a very fine earned run average of 2.45 and a record of 11 wins and 5 defeats. So here is Bobby Shantz. Second baseman Jerry Coleman in talking to him. The Braves in a runner in scoring position on second base. 1 man is out. 2 runs across the plate. Aaron, who singled the left field in the second, facing the southpaw. Shantz goes into the stretch. And the pitch to Aaron. Curve is low inside. He was going to swing, held up, and it's ball 1 and no strikes. Ball 1, no strike count. Braves have drawn first blood in this final game of the series. Curve swung on a ground ball. It's in a center field. Base hit. Eddie Mathews racing around third base for 4. The plate goes into second base. Aaron holds it first. So Henry Aaron singles to the left of the shortstop, Gil McDougal. And the Braves center fielder just rolled in his 6th run of the series. That run is charged to Don Larson. 3 runs. Now here's Wes Covington, a left-handed batter. And the first pitch. Curve swing is called. 3 runs across the plate. Braves lead 3-0. Henry Aaron on first base with 1 man out. Bobby Shantz ready. The runners, and it's full outside. Wide breaking curveball, evens it up at ball 1 and strike 1. Wes Covington, who sacrificed in the second, has not batted officially today. Ball 1, strike 1 count. Outfield is playing Covington around to the right. Bobby Shantz fires and a swing on this. He tried to hold up, but it's 1 and 2. 3 curveballs thrown by Shantz to Wes Covington, 2 for strikes. All 1 and a strike 2 count. Shantz gets a sign from Berra. Aaron on first base. The pitch, sidearm curveball, is outside. Ball 2, strike 2, and Covington has seen nothing but breaking pitches. Milwaukee's Braves have exploded for 3 runs in the 3rd. Shantz is ready. Aaron leads off first. The pitch. A swing and a foul that bounces off the hitter's body. Ball 2, strike 2. Sonny Ryan keeps walking up and down in that third base coaching box and going through a lot of signs down there. As Covington steps back in the batter's box. Henry Aaron is watching Connie very closely from first base. Ball 2 and strike 2. Chance to the stretch. Delivers, and it's way outside. Ball 3. Oh, that was a wide-breaking curveball. Had a lot of stuff on it. So now the little southpaw will have to come in there or find himself with Milwuakee runners on first and second base. Ball 3, strike 2. Frank Torrey is on deck. Aaron might be running. Let's see. There's one out. Henry leaps up first base. Here's the pitch. It's swinging a drive to left center field. It's in for the base hit. Henry Aaron going around second base on his way into third base. Waters throws us into second base. Henry Aaron almost tripped going around the bag at second. A looping single to left center by Wes Covington. The Braves have 3 consecutive base hits. 3 runs have scored. Runners on first and third base. The batter is Frank Torrey. Two straight hits off Bobby Chance. And Milwaukee has Aaron on third base, Covington on first base, 1 man is out. Now the Yankee infield is moving in for a play at the plate, although the shortstop, McDougal, has just dropped back a few steps. So has the second baseman. The pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. It's +1 on Torrey. The third baseman, Kubek, is playing even with the bag. Joe Collins at first base holds Covington on. And McDougal and Coleman are about halfway. They're not in close on the edge of the infield grass as they look for a double play ball. Strike 1 count on Torrey. Bobby Chance looks around his infielders. Now he glances at Henry Aaron, goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch, the curve, and it's just inside. Ball 1 and strike 1. Brave second baseman Felix Mantle in the on-deck circle. Ball 1 and a strike 1 count. His side, running lead off first and third base with 1 out. There's a swing and a ground ball to the second baseman's left. The second base out. Over to first base, it is not in time and a run scored. Jerry Coleman to Joe McDougal with a play on Wes Covington. McDougal's throw at Collins was not in time, and Torrey receives credit for a run batted in. And it's the Braves 4, the Yankees nothing. Scoring. Torrey on first base. Felix Mantle the latter. 2 out. Curveball inside. Ball 1 and no strike. Off Grimm and Art Ditmar are now warming up for Casey Stringle in the bullpen in right center field. And Whitey Ford might be out there also listening up. Here's the pitch. That ball is outside. It's ball 2. 2-0. 4 runs are scored. Braves enjoying their biggest inning of the series. The previous high was 3. There's a swing and a drive deep in the right center field. Hank Fowler's taking off, but he's over there to make the catch and retire the side. Felix Mantle hit one a long way in the right center field. 8 men batted. 4 runs scored. On 4 hits. 1 crucial error. 1 man was left on base. At the end of 2.5 innings. It is Milwaukee 4, the Yankees nothing. In the last half of the third inning, Burdette now working with a 4-run lead. Will face a pinch batter for Bobby Chance. This is Jerry Lumpy. Jerry Lumpy batting for Bobby Chance will lead off here in the last half of the third. So we'll have a new Yankee pitcher at the top of the 4th inning. Lumpy, Bauer, and Slaughter. Will be the first 3 men to face Lew Burdette. Lumpy has 4 hits and 13 times at bat, all singles. Batting at 308, he takes the ball to just side. He has 1 run batted in. Lumpy has delivered twice as a pinch batter. Yankees six hitters in the series have had 3 for 6. And that is a very fine mark. Ball 1, no strikes. The pitch is strike one of the inside corner, knee high, and it's even up on Lumpy at ball 1 and strike 1. 2 of the 4 runs scored in the top half of the third were unearned. A ball 1 and a strike 1 count on Gillespie, left-handed batter. Straightaway stand facing right-hander Lew Burdette. The outfield playing around to the left. The pitch is outside, ball 2. Ball 2 and strike 1. Both of these managers readily admitted they go to the bullpen as often as they had to today. There's a swing on a foul. It's off to the left, and it's even up at ball 2 and strike 2. So Casey Stengel will go to his third Yankee pitcher in the 4th inning. And it'll be 1 of 3. Grim, Zitmar, or Whitey Ford. Ball 2 and strike 2. The pitch outside, ball 3. Right fielder Hank Fowler on deck. Ball 3 and strike 2. Yankees batting in the last half of the third and trailing 4-0. Full count, 3 and 2. Burdette comes down with a big hit. Swung on and fouled, out of play, still 3 and 2. And a strike 2 count. Yankees pinch batter, infielder Jerry Lumpy. Left-handed batter, 3-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, he struck him up. Strikeout number 2 for Burdette. And it brings up the right fielder, Hank Fowler. Fowler has the only base hit off the Braves right-handers. He bunks the double just on the line down the left field side to extend his consecutive batting streak in the World Series to 14 ball games. A new record. One out, nobody on base. Fowler looks at a ball and throw. Ball 1, no strike. The big base hit in the third was a 2-run double by Eddie Mathews. Aaron delivered a base hit, driving in a run, and Corey, pulling up at first base with a fielder's choice, also drove in a run. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Fowler swings. It's a fly ball to left center field. Going over is Henry Aaron, raising up his right hand, signaling he is ready, and makes the catch. These Braves, since a couple of collisions during the National League season, have been very careful with each other out there in the outfield. And Aaron that time raised his right arm as he came over to Clark Covington. Letting West know he had control of the situation. 2 men are out. The batter left fielder, Enos Waters. Water was safe on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Outfield playing around towards left with Water, who looks at a ball 1. It's too low. Ball 1 and no strike. Milwaukee has 4 runs on 5 hits. The Yankees no runs and 1 hit. New York has committed 1 error. The Braves no errors. Mickey Mantle's on deck. Left-handed batter, Country Slaughter. Burdette delivers, and it's strike 1 called. Outside corner, knee high. Evens it up at ball 1 and strike 1. It is remarkable how this fellow just keeps going in the Major Leagues. He's 41 years old and in tip-top condition. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off on the third base side, going up on the upper deck. 1 and 2 on Eno. One fan back in St. Louis felt very badly. A lot of fans felt badly when Slaughter left. He fought, but the one guy out of the bleachers had a favorite saying. He'd be yelling Eno all through the ball game to Slaughter. And he might have moved into New York City to follow Slaughter. Ball 1 and strike 2. Left-handed batter facing the right-hander Burdette. A 1-2 pitch, and this one is outside. A breaking pitch, and it's even up at ball 2 and strike 2. 2 out. Yankee third. Felix Mantle playing deep at second base, and lined up with right center field. The 2-2 pitch is grounded down to the first baseman, Frank Torrey. Big out, picks it up, beats into the bag, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down to the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of the third inning, the score is Milwuakee 4 and the Yankees nothing. The new Yankee pitcher is Art Ditmar, who hails from the state that once was the home state of the Milwaukee Braves, Massachusetts. He was born in Winthrop, stands 6 feet 2 and weighs 190 pounds. And Ditmar makes his second appearance in the series. He worked 4 innings previously, allowing nothing across the board. 1 hit, no runs. And the first pitch to Crandall leading off is a ball low. Ball 1 and no strike. Art Ditmar replacing Bobby Chance. The outfield playing around to the left for Crandall, who is safe on the fielder's choice his first trip, and he takes a strike, and it's even up at 1-1. Crandall, Burdette, and Hazel will face Art Ditmar. Bobby Chance, the tiny southpaw, were 2/3 of an inning, giving up 1 run on 2 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. Ditmar into the rocking motion, delivers, and there's a swing and a high fly ball down the left field line. Coming over his quarter towards the line, he's still coming into this ball, now drifting, and he makes the catch for the first out. Crandall flies out to quarter left. As that ball started down, it appeared to be drifting away from the foul line in towards center field, and Quarter followed it right to his glove. Now here's Burdette getting a very fine hand. Lew fouled out to the third baseman Tony Kubek in the third. One man is out. Nobody on base. Milwaukee 4, the Yankees nothing. The wind-up by Ditmar and the pitch to Lew Burdette. Swung on. That's that, strike 1. And in case you're just joining us, the Braves scored 4 runs on 4 hits in the third. An error involved in there. There's a high foul to the first base side. Berra not coming back. This one is going to be in the crowd. And it's a strike 2 count. Youngsters and oldsters, when they pick up a foul ball at a ballpark, that is a big thrill. Art Ditmar worked about 10 minutes of batting practice today. Here's the pitch, and the curveball is outside. Burdette was going to swing. He held up, and it's ball 1 and strike 2. Braves pitcher batting with 1 out and nobody on base in the 4th inning. Ditmar starts his wind-up and delivers. There's a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that is strikeout number 1 for Ditmar. The first strikeout for Yankee pitchers. Larson started. Bobby Chance came out in the third. Ditmar in the 4th. Bob Hazel, who came up with his first World Series base hit and has sparked the Braves to their 4-run rally in the third, struck out in the first inning, so he now has 1 hit and 11 times as fast. Hazel scored the first run of the ball game. First pitch, too low a ball. Ball 1 and no strike. As he proved in the third, this kid is not strictly a full hitter, although the Yankee outfield and most of the National League outfield played in the pull around to the right. He could hit that ball down the left field line. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High outside, ball 2, and now Hazel steps out of the batter's box, looking down at Johnny Ryan. Will he get the green light? We'll see in a moment. Ball 2, no strikes. He might, because the Braves have that 4-0 lead, and this kid is a free swinger. Ditmar's 2-0 pitch is swung on as a ground ball in the right field base hit. Bob Hazel comes up with his second straight hit. That gives him 2 for 3, and that is hit number 6 for the Braves. And the first base hit off Art Ditmar. Batter shortstop Johnny Logan, who has rounded out the third base and was safe on a fielder's choice in the third inning. As his ground ball to Kubek was thrown high on the attempted double play to Jerry Coleman. And that gave the Braves a big break, and they took advantage of it, scoring 4 runs. The pitch to Logan, and Johnny swings at the ground ball to deep short. Nice play by McDougal. The pitcher second base is dropped. It is dropped, and it's quick all around. Neal McDougal going far to his right into the hole, picked up that ball and threw it to Jerry Coleman. Ball popped out of his glove, and the error is going to be charged to McDougal, who was a throw down around the knees. And from our vantage point, looked like it was on the center field side of second base. So with runners on first and second base, 2 men are out. The batter is Eddie Mathews. Eddie takes 2 low balls. Score 4-0. Braves leading. And Milwaukee has another opportunity with runners on first and second base and 2 outs. Mathews came through in this situation in the third with a line double down the right field line to score 2 runs. He struck out of the first inning. Left-handed batter. The pitch is outside, and that is ball 2. 2-0 now on the Braves third baseman. Bob Hazel on second base. Johnny Logan on first base. Ditmar into the stretch. Delivered. And a swing and drive in the right center field. Mickey Mantle going over, getting under the ball, makes the catch. And that retires the side. In the fourth. No run, 1 hit. 1 Yankee error. 2 men left on base. The score at the end of 3 in 1/2 innings is Milwaukee 4 and the Yankees nothing. That's out of the fourth inning. Mickey Mantle will lead off for the Yankees. He'll be followed by Yogi Berra and Gil McDougal. Burdette has not completed his warm-up crosses as yet. He is working with a 4-run lead. Milwaukee 4 runs on 6 hits. The Yankees no runs and 1 hit. There is the play to second baseman Felix Mantia, to Johnny Logan, to Eddie Mathews, who handles the ball last in that Milwaukee infield. Mickey Mantle thrown out by the pitcher in the first inning. Batting left-handed, a switch hitter. Outfield playing to the right. And deep for Mickey. For that first pitch, a swing and a miss on a changeup. He took something off that pitch. But Mantle took nothing off that swing. He really cut around, and it's strike 1. Yankee fourth inning. Mickey Mantle watching Lew Burdette. The right-hander delivers, and there's a swing and a miss. And it's strike 2. Strike 2 count. Now the New York center fielder, Mickey Mantle. Lew Burdette taking his time. Starts clawing the dirt with his right spike shoe. Now he is ready. And the 0-2 pitch is swung on. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Hazel is calling for it. He's coming in, getting under the ball, makes the catch, and that's 1 out. Mickey Mantle flies out to Bob Hazel in short right center field. So with 1 out, the batter is catcher Yogi Berra. Berra was the last Yankee to get on base. Back in the first inning, he walked intentionally. Since that walk, Burdette has retired 8 consecutive Yankee hitters. Yogi Berra, left-handed batter, with 1 out and nobody on base. And Yogi takes the ball. It's low and inside, ball 1 and no strike. Milwaukee 4, New York nothing in the fourth inning. Burdette glancing over to third baseman Eddie Mathews. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's swung on and fouled back on the swing. Earl going down the screen, and it's even up on Berra at ball 1 and strike 1. Yogi Berra keeps waving that bat around up at the plate. A lot of the hitters don't like to watch for that because he goes through so many motions. Here's strike 2. It's called outside corner. Ball 1 and strike 2. Some of the National League hitters will not look at Lew until he is into that windup. The fidgety right-hander makes some of the hitters fidgety. Actually, he looks like he's extremely nervous on the mound, but he's one of the coolest customers in the game. 1 out. A 1-2 pitch is swung on a line drive to right field. Bob Hazel coming in. He makes the catch. Line shot. Ball was well tagged by Yogi Berra. 2 men are out, and the batter is shortstop Gil McDougall. Gil pops out to the third baseman Mathews for first inning with runners on first and second base, retiring the side. As he steps in, there are no Yankees on base, and there are 2 out. Burdette, running a string, has now retired 9 Yankees in order. The right-hander touches windup, and the pitch to Gil McDougall is strike 1 called, as again Burdette goes to that outside corner. Strike 1. Outfield is playing McDougall around to the left, so is the infield. Here's the windmill windup. The pitch is in close to the ball. It's even up at 1-1. Some of the writers asked Casey Stengel if he thought that Burdette would be wild today after only 2 days rest. He said he didn't think so. Sometimes the pitcher with only a little bit of rest can continue with that real sharp control. And so far today, Burdette has had it. Ball 1, strike 1. The pitch is low outside, ball 2. Ball 2 and strike 1 on the Yankee shortstop with Tony Kubek on deck. 2 outs, nobody on base. The Braves are leading the Yankees 4-0 in the 7th and decisive game of this wonderful 1957 World Series. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled off to the right, and the count is even up at 2-2. Ball 2 and strike 2. Has the sign from Crandall. Sidearm pitch is swung on a drive to right center field. Aaron's coming over on the run, so is Hazel. Look out now. Bob Hazel makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down. The last half of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base to score. At the end of the 4th inning is Milwaukee 4, the Yankees nothing. In the 5th inning, Aaron coming to the story. We'll face Art Ditmar, and incidentally, I imagine that Bob Hazel just tied a World Series record that's been tied by many other fellas, and that is 3 putouts in an inning. He came racing over there, made a fine catch on Gil McDougall's fly ball to short right center as he handled all 3 putouts. Henry Aaron leading off against Art Ditmar has singled twice today and driven in 1 run. He has looped a single to left and hit a ground ball single into left center field that scored a runner in the 3rd. Scoring Eddie Mathews from second base. So for the first time today, he goes against Art Ditmar. He had a single off Larson, a single off Dent. Right-handed batter, the outfield playing him around to the left. Ditmar getting his sign from Yogi Berra. And here is the first pitch. It is down the third base line. Berra pitches almost the ball. Oh, not in time. Yogi Berra scrambling that time. Fumbled the ball. Through to first base, but Aaron was across the bag. And that's an error charged to Yogi Berra, and the 3rd error for the New York Yankees. The Yankees have committed 3 errors in the ball game. A runner on first base. Nobody is out. Left fielder Wes Covington, who has sacrificed and single to center field, steps to the batter's box. He looks down at Connie Ryan. He might be bunting now. We'll see as our Chipmunk gets his sign from Yogi Berra. The Yankee infield is looking for a bunt. Both Skubek at third base and Collins at first base, ready to break in. Into the stretch goes Ditmar. The pitch, he is going to bunt. He fouls hit the ball, and it's strike one. Strike one count in Covington as he tried to bunt to move Aaron in the second base and scoring position. Frank Torrey is the on-deck hitter. Braves lead 4-0, fifth inning of play. Milwaukee has Aaron on first base with nobody out. Here's the pitch to West, and he punts one foul behind the plate, and now he'll have to cut away. As he is in the hole with a strike two count. If he tried to bunt here and foul tip the ball, he'd be automatically out. A strike two count on West Covington. Ditmar, the tall right-hander, delivers. The curve is well outside a ball. That was a very sharp-breaking curveball. Ball one and strike two. Aaron standing on first base. Now ambles off the bag as Ditmar goes up into the stretch. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a long foul down the left field line is going up into the upper deck. Ball one and strike two. The count. We're in the fifth inning at Yankee Stadium. Braves 4, the Yankees nothing. The right-hander Ditmar. Pitch is swung out as the ground ball down the third base line. It has to go to first base. Here's the throw. He is out, and Aaron goes into second base. Tony Skubek to Joe Collins. Just as good as a sacrifice as Covington was trying to get Aaron over there on a bunt. But of course he'll be charged with a time at bat. Ball down the third base line. And now Milwaukee has Aaron on second base. Frank Torrey, the batter, a left-handed swinger, and a ground ball hit to Joe Collins. Picks it up, takes it to the bag as Aaron goes over to third. High hit ball by Torrey right at Joe Collins. One hop. So the Braves now have a runner on third base. And the batter is second baseman Felix Mancia, who flies deep to left in the second. Hit one of the nose that was caught by Bauer in deep right center field of the third. Mancia looking for his first World Series base hit. He has gone 0 for 8. Runner on third base with 2 outs. Ditmar fires away, and a fastball is high inside. That's ball one. Ball one and no strike. Right-handed batter, second baseman Felix Mancia. Outfield playing him around towards left. The pitch comes down. It's swung on a ground ball to the third baseman. Skubek up, throws over to first base. He is out, and that retires the side. In the fifth inning, no runs and no hits. One error. One man was left on base. At the end of 4 1/2 innings, the score is Milwaukee 4 and the Yankees nothing. Well, it's time for Bob Neal to take over the microphone here in the last half of the fifth inning and carry you through to the end of the ball game. And Bob, I'd like to say right here, it's been a real sincere pleasure working with you in this World Series of 1957.
Thank you very much, Earl, and it's a real pleasure to have you with us. And we're ready now as we move to the last half of the fifth inning. The Yankees 4 runs down. Lew Burdette, who's allowed them only 1 earned run in the 2 and 4 innings, which he has worked 2 games in the 4 innings he's worked against them. Tony Skubek's up there, swings and lashes one out in the left center field, going over to St. Aaron. Moving out is Covington. Covington going back, grabs it for the out. So Skubek lifts a long fly ball deep in the left field, grabbed by Wes Covington, as the Yankees try to solve the great pitching of Lew Burdette, who has won 2 games, pitched 2 complete games in this 1957 World Series, and who shows signs of being as strong now as he was in the first. You like to sort of move off and just try to flex it off yourself. It's his left ankle where he fouled the ball off. Many batters most that I know of in the American League, fellas like Pickworth, even Ted Williams, who are left-hand batters, wear a little portable shin guard over their right ankle so the ball is fouled off, won't cripple them up. Coleman, whose courage has never been challenged, as attested by not only his performance as a Major League ball player, but his service in the Marine Corps, is ready to go. And Burdette, 1 ball, 2 strikes, with 1 out, working in the last half of the 5th inning. He's got a big 4-run margin as he tries to pitch the Braves for the title. Fastball is too low, taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tom Sturdivant is working in the Yankee bullpen now. Larson started, worked 2 1/3. Jan came on in the 3rd, worked 2/3, and Ditmar has worked 2 innings, coming on in the 4th. Here's the windup, 2-2 delivery. Fastball inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count curveball fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes remains the count. And with 2 men and scouts at second base, the base belonging to Hank Bauer, Slaughter was tagged and he was out. Mantle in right back to the pitcher. Then no great spectacular moments as Lew Burdette gets ready now with a 3-2 pitch, a bouncer foul. Ricky Corsetti lets it go by. Braves coming up with 4 big runs in the 3rd inning. On a single by Hazel, an error by the 3rd baseman for the Yankees, which opened the door. Mathews with a double, Aaron with a single, Covington with a single. And then before the fire was out, Milwuakee had crossed home plate 4 times. 3-2 delivery comes down to Coleman. He swings, flashes 1 out to right center field. It's in there for a base hit. Hank Aaron cutting over, fields the ball, holds it to a single. So the first hit off Lew Burdette in the 1st inning, as Jerry Coleman singles sharply into right center field. And Burdette now faces Joe Collins. Collins called out on strikes in the 2nd inning. Burdette had retired 11 straight batters. Berra was the last man to get on for the Yankees when he walked. Then Burdette was able to get McDougal. He retired the side in the order in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. Here in the 5th, 1 out, Coleman the runner at first. Pitch now to Collins. Looks at a fastball blazing through the middle for strike 1. Sun shining brightly in Yankee Stadium, but the Yankee hearts are a little sad as the Braves lead 4-0 in this, the big game, the final game, the one that decides the title. Warren Spahn is up and throwing now in the Milwaukee bullpen. Burdette with a stretch, Coleman with the lead. Torrey drops back to pitch, is swung on to the opposite field, hit by the 3rd baseman, grabbed by Logan, throws to second for 1, throw to first, is backhanded but too late. Nice play by Johnny Logan, the shortstop. Mathews cut over to get the ball, couldn't get it. Logan going in the hole, backhanded, fired it to Mantle for the force on Coleman, and Mantea's relay too late. Nice play by Torrey, saving a throw that might have gotten by most first basemen. Backhanded beautifully and keeping Collins from going to second. So Bill Skowron is going to come up now to swing for Art Ditmar. Skowron is 0 for 1. Bill being bothered with that bad back. Says he's feeling better, and he's up there now to see whether he can help the Yankees. Runner at first is Joe Collins. Torrey holding against the runner with a right-hand batter there. The delivery by Burdette is swung on and missed for a strike. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's exciting to watch this tall, slender right-hander from Nitro, West Virginia, exploding that fastball, the curve, the slider, and that screwball as he stands out there with all the poise of a fellow who's pitching in a little league game. Delivers now, a swing about to the left side. Taken by Logan on one knee. Feeds it to Mantle, steps on second ahead of Collins, and that's all for the Yankees. So the play goes 6-4, the force on Collins, and in the 5th inning for the New York Yankees, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. At the end of 5, the score is Milwaukee 4, New York Yankees nothing. New first baseman now for the Yankees, Bill Skowron, who came in to bat for the pitcher Art Ditmar. He will remain in the game at first base for New York. And the 4th pitcher to be used by the Yankees this afternoon, Tom Sturdivant, comes on to see if he can't stop the Braves, hold them off, and the Yankees hopeful of trying to pick up some runs. So the Yankees have used Larson, Shand, Sitmar, and now Sturdivant. Tom Sturdivant, the right-hander, who has been in one game, started one, did not complete it, worked 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, was not charged with the loss, nor given credit for a win. He gave up 4 runs, all of them earned, and he gave up 2 home runs, 1 base on balls, 1 strikeout. His earned run average is 9 as the 4th game starter. So Del Crandall is the first batter, right-hand batter, and the pitch to him is fouled back on the screen, strike 1. Bill Skowron at first base now for the Yankees. As manager Casey Stengel tries everything that his great knowledge of this game can help to try and get back even. Fred Haney, his great ability, trying to guide his team to a victory. A swing and a foul tip dropped by Yogi Berra, strike 2. Del Crandall has been safe on the fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. He flied to left field in the 4th. Next pitch is one on, about to hit by the mound, hit by the shortstop on the left center field base hit. Mantle makes the turn at first, holds up as Mantle comes speeding in, and now there's a rather interesting game going on with Crandall bluffing Mantle and Mantle bluffing Crandall, and Crandall finally winds up going back to first. So Del Crandall greets Tom Sturdivant with a smash hit by the left of the mound, hit to the left of second base in the center field. And for the Braves, hit number 7. And the cheer you hear, again demonstrating the warm, sportsmanlike conduct of Yankee fans, is a cheer that can only be given to a great champion, whether he wears the uniform of the Yankees or the Milwaukee Braves. Lew Burdette. Pitch to him. He tries to bunt it, fouls it. High fastball. Fouled off. 1 strike. Burdette up there to sacrifice. Sturdivant pumping that ball high and inside. It's Milwaukee 4. The Yankees nothing. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for the Yankees. Mantle base runner at first. Bill Skowron holding close against the runner. Coming in close to third base, and the bunt is along the first base line. It is grabbed by Skowron. He feeds it to Coleman. The sacrifice is good. Bill Skowron came in to field the ball, and Burdett's sacrifice is good, and he goes out. From Skowron to Coleman, the first baseman to the second baseman, and Crandall moves down to second. So we have 1 out, 1 on, and up there now is Bob Hazel. Hazel, who had gone into this game hitless in 10 times at bat, came up with 2 hits in his last 2 times. One of his hits in the 3rd inning, a single, found the Braves opening up the door in the scoring. He moved to second on an error, and he came home an Eddie Mathews double. So Hazel, wearing number 12, stands deep in the box, bent slightly. Sturdivant gives him a curveball. He fouls it off. Strike 1. Yankee outfield shaded slightly to the right. Deep in right field is Bauer. Mantle over in right center. And the right side of the infield backed up with Coleman on the edge of the outfield grass and Skowron deep at first. Kubek playing about 3 steps off the edge of the infield grass at third, protecting against the splash on that side by this left-hand batter. Look back to second by Sturdivant. He delivers the curve that hangs outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 out, and the Braves are flying high with a 4-0 lead. Here's the pitch to him. There goes the runner. The throw is down the third. The tag, and he misses the bag, and he's tagged, and he's out. Umpire Jocko Conlon demonstrating the great knowledge of these umpires, even in a very exciting and critical moment. Did not indicate that he was safe or out, because as the runner came over, he had missed the bag. Kubek had not tagged him. And then as Crandall overslid over towards the stand, Kubek then tagged him again, and then Conlon pointed he's out. So the play goes from the catcher Yogi Berra to the third baseman, and it's 2-5 if you're scoring with it. Berra to Kubek. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's swung on. It's a drive deep in the right field. It is going deep in the stands. It is foul. Hazel golfing that ball. Just missed a home run by a matter of feet. And they waited very carefully while the right field umpire, Mr. Shylock, took very close, careful look to make sure that the ball was foul. Hazel is back in there now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on for the Braves. This is the top of the 6th inning. Here's a pitch by Sturdivant. A swing and a foul tip. Dropping out of the mid of Yogi Berra. Count remains the same. So Tom Sturdivant, who like Lew Burdette, has some little nervous action out there on the mound. Burdette, however, can afford a few moments of relaxation because he's got a 4-0 lead. Sturdivant hangs the arms down, looks into Berra, has the sign. Here's the windup, then the 2-2 pitch comes down to Hazel. Takes outside, ball 3, fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the left-hand batting Bob Hazel, right fielder for the Braves, 2 hits and 3 times at bat. Had 0 for 9 going into today's game. There's a swing and a pop-up out into short right field. Hank Bauer moving in, steadies himself, he's got it. That's all for the Braves in the top of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. At the end of 5 1/2. Score Milwaukee 4, the Yankees nothing. The Yankee fans are starting to turn their hands. They're clapping, they're kicking, and they're rooting now for New York to get something started in the last of the 6th. And Lew Burdette out there just as calm, cool, and collected as he ever could be. Still working. Umpire Bill McKinley, at the request of Hank Bauer, is taking a look at that baseball, and he's going to throw that one out. Ball may have been scuffed up a little. So a new ball goes out to Lew Burdette. And Hank Bauer, who has a double in 2 times at bat, is up there now to see what he can do about breaking this great, powerful strength that Lew Burdette is showing against the Yankees. Bauer has hit a home run against Lew Burdette, who's in the 2nd game of the World Series. Curveball is inside, ball 1. Burdette has a 2-hitter going for him. He's walked only 1 man, that was intentionally, and he has struck out 2. Outfield straight away for the Braves. Mathews guarding that foul line at 3rd. Here's the windup, pitch on the way to Bauer. Strike call with a good fastball over the outside corner. Working the rosin bag. Looking in for the sign from Crandall. Neal's on the 1-1. There's a swing and a smash down to Mathews. 1 hopper. Takes it across the first baseman until he's out. Then he looked for a moment like he might have trouble digging that ball out of his glove. It was hit solidly. Grabbed by Mathews, who fires it over to Torrey. And there's 1 away in the 6th inning for the Yankees. The score, Milwaukee 4, New York Yankees nothing. Enos Lauder's the batter. Enos has 3 hits in 8 times at bat prior to today. He's 3 for 10. Burdette feeds him a fastball over the outside corner, strike 1. It is a thing of beauty and joy forever to a manager, to a ball player, to a fan to look down and see Burdette have the great poise and control which he has had. Not in this game only, but in the other 2. Here's a 1-strike delivery, a swing and a fly ball hit deep into left center field. Hank Aaron riding high, moves out, he's got it. So Hank Aaron, roaming the wide open spaces of left center field for the Yankees, hauled in the bit by Enos Lauder. Then there's 2 out for the Yankees in the last of the 6th inning, and Mickey Mantle is up. Mantle is 0 for 2. Mickey batting from the left side. Burdette ready. Feeds a fastball, lined out into right field, a base hit. So Mantle starts things going again for the Yankees as he drives one into right center field for a base hit. 3rd hit off Lew Burdette. And coming up now is Yogi Berra. Moves to the top step of the dugout for a moment, shouts encouragement, and gives the old double-fisted roll, indicating, let's go, men, to his ball players. And Lew Burdette didn't like the feel of that baseball, throws it into his catcher, Del Crandall, and asks the umpire to dispose of that one, which he does. Burdette has given up only 3 hits, a double and 2 singles. Warren Spahn is up and throwing again in the Milwaukee bullpen. The outfield shades around to the right. The pitch to Berra. Swings and hits a slight foul up into the upper deck. Back of the Braves dugout. Back at third base. Warren Spahn up there throwing. Mathews, remembering Berra's double inside the line at third, is keeping his eye and his feet close to that third baseline. Mencia is deep at second, and deep in right field is Hazel. The runner leads away. The pitch to Berra. Swings a bouncer down to Mathews. Backs up with the ball. Follows it for a moment. Picks it up. Does not make a throw. That was a tricky play for Eddie Mathews. It was hit to the left side. And Eddie tried to back up on the ball, and in so doing, the ball took a bad hop, hit his glove, and he's charged with an error. So that is only the third error for the Milwaukee Braves. The Yankees have 3 errors in this game, and they have a total of 6 errors in the series. So the Yankees now have runners at second and first. That's Eddie Mathews' first error. He has come up with some really spectacular plays in the series so far. There's a tough chance for any fielder to come up with. The batter is Gil McDougall, and Lew Burdette is ready to work. And the pitch comes down to McDougall. He swings out, hits a fly ball over near the stands in right field. It is curving foul, out of play. There is plenty of activity in the Yankee bullpen now as Casey Stengel up on the top step with his coaches and the rest of his bench strength. Look out there, and everybody is up. They got everybody throwing. They have used Larson, Shans, Ditmar, and Sturdivant. They have Ford out there. So Gil McDougall is up there. 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on. Last half of the 6th inning. Milwaukee 4, Yankees nothing. The pitch by Burdette to McDougall is a swing, a ground ball down the third baseline. Grabbed by Mathews, steps on third. The force is on Mantle. So again, Lew Burdette, equal to the occasion, comes up with the great pitch. Gets the runner, and in the 6th inning, the Yankees get no runs. They had 1 hit. There was 1 Milwaukee error, and 2 men were left on the bases. At the end of 6, it is Milwaukee 4, the Yankees nothing. Then the top of the 7th inning for the Milwaukee Braves, the shortstop, Johnny Logan, will be the first man up. He has not had a base hit in his 3 times at bat today, but he's been safe on an error twice. And the 1 time he was safe, it opened the door also. Takes a look at a curveball from Tom Sturdivant outside, ball 1. In the 3rd inning, with Hazel on first, Logan hit a bouncing ball down to the third baseman, Kubek, whose throwing error enabled Logan and Hazel to stay alive. There's a swing and a 1-hopper in front of Jerry Coleman, breaking to his left. The ball bounces off his glove. Can't make a throw. The official scores to determine whether it is a base hit or whether it is an error. The question must be whether Coleman had fielded the ball cleanly, would he have been able to retire the runner. And it is a base hit for Johnny Logan. So that is hit number 8. Number 2 off Tom Sturdivant. There's a bundle on the first baseline, grabbed by Bill Skowron, tosses to Coleman covering first, and Mathews is out. Sacrificed by Eddie Mathews, and the play going from Skowron, the first baseman, to Coleman covering, and Logan moves to second. So the Braves have a runner on at second base, as they did in the 6th inning, when Crandall opened with a single and was sacrificed over by Burdette. And the batter now is Hank Aaron. Hank has hit safely in all of the series games. He has 2 hits in 3 times at bat. Was safe on an error by Yogi Berra on his bunt in the 5th inning. Right-hand batter, he looks down to third base coach Tony Ryan. Runner at second. Johnny Logan leads away. There's a fastball, strike 1 over the outside corner to Hank Aaron. Now Aaron asks umpire Bill McKinley to take a look at the ball. Aaron has had, with his 2 hits today, 11 base hits in 26 times at bat. He is the top hitter in the Braves for the series, as he was in the regular season. Takes the fastball, strike two. The outfield is straight away for the Yankees with Enos Slaughter defensively in left, Mantle in center, Bauer in right. The infield has Kubek at third, McDougall at short, Coleman at second, and Bill Scowen at first. With Tom Sturdivant, fourth Yankee pitcher, out there on the mound. 2-strike count, comes down with a fastball, strike three. Aaron took the fastball that popped over the outside corner. And so Sturdivant, warming to the task, gets his first strikeout. And that's the fourth Brave to go down via the strikeout route today. Larson got the first 2 strikeouts when he got Hazel. Logan bounced out third to first, and they got Mathews. Right now, the left-hand swinging Wes Covington. He has 1 hit, a sacrifice, then he bounced out. He swings and he misses. Strike 1. Outfield for New York is Cliff pulled around to the right. Mantle in right center field for this left-hand batter. Runner in second is Johnny Logan. He leads the way. Here's the pitch. Swings and he lines one to Gil McDougall for the out. So in the 7th inning for Milwaukee, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. At the end of 6 1/2, it is Milwaukee 4 and New York nothing. Last half of the 7th inning, Yankee fans are up for the 7th inning stretch. The attendance today, 61,207, brings the total World Series attendance for the great baseball year of 1957 to 394,712. Pitch. Kubek tries the bunt. Takes the strike. There's going to bunt. Pull the bat back, but the ball was over. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Yankees have left 2, 3, 5 men on the bases so far. And in the series, they have now left 41 men on. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a slice hit out to left field, base hit. Just hit over the shortstop's head, rolling out to the left fielder, Wes Covington. So again, the Yankees get a man on as Tony Kubek, who will be celebrating a birthday in just a few days, lines one over the shortstop's head in the left field, base hit. Hit number 4 off Lew Burdette. Throwing for Milwaukee. The outfield now is shaded around to the left as Jerry Coleman with 1 hit and 2 times at bat today. Kubek leads away. The pitch is outside. Ball 1 with a fastball. First by Burdette. The pitch is a sidearm. Bouncer hit back to Burdette. Makes the turn. Throws to first. And out at first is Jerry Coleman. And a fast throw down to second. But Kubek, who had made a hard slide in the second, has his fingernails hanging on that bag. So Coleman bounces out 1-3. Pitcher Lew Burdette to the first baseman, Torrey. And Kubek is moved to second. And Lumpy is going out to the bullpen. It may be that we're going to have Elston Howard come in as a pinch hitter. So the entire focal point at the moment is on the right center field bullpen, occupied by the Yankees, as we wait to see whether Casey Stengel is going to make the nod out there for somebody to bat for Tom Sturdivant. Sturdivant batting in the number 8 spot. And we're still waiting for that going over now to umpire Bill McKinley, asking him how come the delay. Here comes manager Fred Haney out there, umpire Bill McKinley, and you see what's happening. They're looking out to right center field, but coming through a special passageway that runs from there onto the stand is Elston Howard. But he was coming out through the subterranean cellars that run underneath the Yankee Stadium. And now he has come along. So Elston Howard is up here in the 7th inning. Yankees trailing 4-0. The Milwaukee Braves leading. Burdette has given up only 4 hits. And that's the 3rd pinch hitter to be used by the Yankees today. Lumpy came up in the 3rd inning for Bobby Shands. And He did not make it. And Bill Skowron, who came up for the pitcher, Art Ditmar, and who remained in the game, was not able to do it. So Elson Howard is up to see if he can. Howard, the right-hand batter, is perhaps best remembered in the series play so far for his home run off Warren Spahn that tied up the ball game. As Warren Spahn made a bid and eventually did win. Now Howard has umpire McKinley take a look at the ball as Burdette out there on the mound pitches around. Second. Here's Tony Kubek. Here's the pitch to Howard. Swings and fouls it off. Strike one. Howard has been in 5. This makes his 6th game of the World Series. He's had 3 hits in 10 at-bats. 1 home run has 3 runs batted in, and he goes in today with a 300 batting average. Johnny Logan and Del Crandall have a visit with Lew Burdette. Visit is over. And Elson Howard looking down to Frankie Crosetti and watching out to Charlie Keller. Keller bouncing up and down at first base, clapping his hands. Burdette ready to work. Stretches, looks to second, delivers. There's a pitch blowing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last half of the 7th inning. Pitch now to Howard. Swings and slices a foul upstairs off the railing, back downstairs in the playing field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Bill Skowron. Number 32, Elson Howard, who plays the outfield, who plays first base, who catches. Looking in. Gets the sign from Del Crandall. Kubek at second looking in, also checking on that sign. Here's the check of the runner, the 1-2 pitch. The sidearm fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Burdette, calling on all the cunning at his disposal, comes in with that sidearm crossfire pitch. And Red Shandy, although not able to play because of a full leg muscle up on the second step of the dugout, looking out, he has been positioning Felix Mantilla. And that shows you some of the great cooperation between the Braves. Shandy, although out of the spotlight, up there trying to help the youngster, filling in for him. The batter now, Bill Skowron, swings and hits a 1-hopper to Logan. He makes the throw to first, long throw, grabbed by Torrey, and the side is retired. So in the 7th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on for New York at the end of 7. It is Milwaukee 4 and the Yankees nothing.
Of the World Series of 1957.
The 5th pitcher to be used by the Yankees starts to move in from right center field. And it is Tommy Byrne coming in. Tommy Byrne, the left-hander, coming on to work in the top of the 8th inning. John Larson started for New York, lasted 2 1/3 innings. Is charged with 3 of the 4 runs picked up by the Braves. He gave up 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 2. Bobby Shands came on to the 3rd, worked 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits. Did not walk a batter, nor did he strike out 1. He gave up 1 run. Ditmar worked 2 innings. And Tom Sturtevant worked 2 innings. Sturtevant gave up 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 1. So Tommy Byrne, who has a great many years of experience at his disposal, being brought in by Casey Stengel in the hopes of holding off the Braves from adding any additional runs to their total. They have 4. And when you have none, that 4 could be as big as 44. Tommy Byrne has worked 1 game, worked 1 in the 3rd inning, gave up 1 run, which was earned, had 1 strikeout, hit 1 hit batsman, and his earned run average in the series is 6.75. To the first baseman for the Milwaukee Braves, Frank Torrey. He's walked, he's forced a runner, and he's grounded the first baseman. Byrne, the left-hander, looking into Yogi Berra. The outfield straight away. The windup and the pitch on the way now to Torrey, a left-hand batter. Fastball low and in the dirt. Ball 1. Milwaukee Braves 4 and the New York Yankees nothing. As Byrne is set to deliver. Flips that ball from his glove to his pitching hand. He winds and he pitches, and it's a fastball inside for ball 2. Tommy Byrne, in a little while now, as Frank Torrey, a left-hand batter who stands deep in that box, looks down to third base coach Connie Ryan. And they may have him swinging away with a 4-0 lead. This youngster can pull that ball. Here's the 2-0 pitch to him. He takes it inside, ball 3. 3-0. to third base coach Ryan. Ricky Mantle pulled around to right center with his arms folded. Deep in right field is Hank Bauer. 3-0 pitch to the young first baseman is inside ball 4. And Torrey is on to the top of the 8th. Base on ball. Yogi Berra moves out to visit with his pitcher. That is only the second walk given up to the Milwaukee Braves this afternoon. Torrey has received both of them. A walk in the second inning, and he walks here in the 8th. Up now is Felix Mantilla. Felix the Cat, they call him. He can run with the speed of a scared rabbit. And he has today demonstrated that he has some power. He hits the ball deep in the left field, deep in the right center in the third inning. He's bounced past third to first. 0 for 3. Throw to first by Byrne, who has a very good motion over there. Bill Skowron playing at first. Returns the ball. Outfield straight away. The stretch by Byrne. Look to first in the pitch. And a swing and a bouncer to McDougal. Throws over to Coleman for 1. Throw to first. And it is a double play. So Mantilla on what looks like a rather slow bounder hits to the left side. Finds McDougal shuffling to Coleman to Skowron. And the double play turned in. Torrey wiped out. That is the 5th double play turned in by the Yankees in the series. The Braves have turned in 10. Runner down with 2 out is the catcher, Del Crandall. Here's a windup by Byrne in the pitch to the right-hand batter. It's a fastball for a strike. Outfield straight away for the Yankees as we play in the top half of the 8th inning. The final game of the World Series, the one that decides everything. The next pitch to him is a curve inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Milwaukee, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. New York Yankees, no runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Here's the windup and the 1-1 pitch. Mantle, he takes the curve ball inside ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ryan racing nervously in that third base coach's box. And the windup and the 2-1 delivery is a curve that's low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. There's the veteran Tommy Byrne, the 5th pitcher to be used by the Yankees today. Second left-hander. Here's the windup, 3-1 pitch. Crandall swings and fouls it back on the screen, and it's a 3-2 count. With 2 out, nobody on. Braves batting in their half of the 8th inning. Braves got 4 big runs in the third inning on 4 hits, 1 Yankee error. And they have made the 4 runs stand up there. The scoreboard attendant must have a sore finger from pushing that 0 button. Here's the pitch now. 3-2 is swung on, popped up back at the plate. Coming back is Berra, maybe on the screen, still digging for it, and he can't get it. Out of play. Yogi really came pounding back there, but the ball was not hit high enough for a catcher to come back and get under it. So no play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Del Crandall has the light. Are disposed at this moment to relax because while the Braves are fat, the Yankees can do nothing about changing the 0, indicating their number of runs. Byrne flips the ball from the glove to the hand, and the 3-2 pitch comes down, and there's the drive deep in the left field, going way back for it. It is one, and it is. Did he catch it? It is a home run. Into left center field, just to the left of the 402 marker. Enos Slaughter going back and almost joining the fans as he leaped high and draped himself over the fence. And we waited as the umpires who had moved out so carefully to make sure that everything was as it is. And then indicating it was a home run. Here's Lew Burdette. He swings and he misses, strike 1. And the score is now 5-0. And the Braves have 9 hits. Pitch to Burdette is swinging a miss, strike 2. Burdette has fouled to the third baseman, struck out as sacrifice. Here's the 2-strike pitch by Byrne. Fastball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 for the Braves, nothing for the Yankees. That's the story here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 out, nobody on, 1-2 pitch. It's swung on, strike foul. Mantle getting his first World Series home run. And getting his 4th hit in the series. He had a single in the 6th inning. Here's Byrne ready to work. The 1-2 pitch comes down, and it is inside low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Byrne wants a new ball. Braves with a big 5-run margin. Burdette wearing number 33, standing deep in the right-hand batter's box. Here's the pitch coming down from inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Burdette. Outfield straight away. Here's the payoff pitch coming to the fine pitch for the Braves. Swings and he fouls it off. Down to me. 3-2. Gentleman sitting back to the press box reached up, made a beautiful grab. So it is 3 balls, 2 strikes. The breeze blowing out towards right field. Byrne set to work. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Outside, ball 4. And Burdette draws a walk. So Byrne, who started this inning by walking Torrey, who got help when Mathews bounced into a double play, who got dented when Crandall hit a home run, has now issued a pass to Burdette. And listen to the reception he gets as he moves to first base. So Burdette, the pitcher, is now Burdette the runner. And they're going to have a pinch hitter for the Milwaukee Braves, Andy Pasco is coming up to swing for Bob Hazel. Pasco, right-hand batter, has been in 5 games, now making his appearance in his 6th game in the series. He has 3 hits and 13 times to bat. Pitch to him, swings and he misses, strike 1. Byrne, number 23, walks slowly back out there to the top of the mound. The outfield is pulled around to the left. Big hole open in right center field. Stretch by Byrne, looks at first. The pitch comes down and inside. 1-1. Burdette standing out there at first base with his jacket on as Cowan plays back to the runner. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The swing and a thumper to the right side. Cowan says he'll take it. Moves into foul territory right near the fungo circle, and he grabs it. So Pasco batting for Hazel. Fouls to the first baseman. In the 8th inning for the Milwaukee Braves, they get 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, 1 man left on. At the end of 7.5 innings of play, the score: Milwaukee 5, New York Yankees nothing. Last half of the 8th inning for the Yankees. And one of the last few opportunities for the Yankees to try and solve the great pitching mastery of Lew Burdette. Burdette, who goes into this 8th inning, having given up only 4 hits, who has, with his ability, found 6 of the Yankees stranded on the bases. Moves in now to the last half of the 8th inning, and Hank Bauer, a double and 3 times the batter, right-hand batter, and the Milwaukee Braves defense pulls around to the left. Mathews guarding that foul line at third. Covington deep in left field, and Pasco's out in right field. Here's a pitch outside, ball 1. Pasco came in to bat for Hazel in the 8th inning. He remains in the game. He's out in right field. Here's the 1-ball pitch. Outside, ball 2. The fastball, 2-0. Burdette, very calm, takes a look up into the skies. Plane going over the Yankee Stadium, and Burdette takes a little look at it. Try to get his mind off the fact that he's working in a tense moment. There's a swing and a long drive deep into left field. Foul! Way up off the facade, and it bounces back down to the playing field. So it's 2-2 2 balls, 1 strike now to Hank Bauer. Burdette, who went from the Yankees to the Braves on August the 29th, 1951. Back here to Honham, and there's a fly ball hit out into shallow left center field. Logan backing up, pounds his miss, and he grabs it. One away as Hank Bauer pops to Johnny Logan out into short left center field. And the batter now is Enos Country Slaughter. He got on in the fielder's choice in the first inning. Went out and let the helper ran first base and put on the second. And Bauer and Slaughter was there together. Down to the first base, the third, fly to center, the second. Pitch gone. Swing and a miss to the fastball. Strike 1. Lew Burdette's hobbies are hunting and fishing. He has been hunting for a chance. Pitch against the Yankees in the World Series, and he's fishing for his 3rd victory. Next pitch to Slaughter, fastball inside low, 1-1. 180-pounder, working just as carefully as he possibly can. The Braves are leading 5-0 over the Yankees in the last half of the 8th inning. Pitch to Slaughter, outside with a fastball, 2 balls, 1 strike. There's an air of confidence that seems to radiate from Mr. Burdette as he moves around on that mound. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Enos Slaughter the batter. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So it's 2-2 now to Country Slaughter with Mickey Mantle on deck. Milwaukee with 5 runs, 9 hits and 1 error. The Yankees with no runs, 4 hits and 3 errors. Here's the windup and the 2-2 pitch to Slaughter. Swings and pops it to the left side. Moving in foul territory is the catcher Mantle at Mathews, and Mantle is under 6. So Slaughter fouls to the catcher, Del Mantle. 2 away in the last half of the 8th inning. And the batter now, Mickey Mantle. The Braves 5, the Yankees nothing. Braves trying to wrap this one up. Batting from the left side has 1 hit, 3 times at bat. Pitch is swung on, a long fly ball hits the deep left center field. Moving over there is Covington, still backing up, and he's got it. So in the 8th inning, the Yankees get out in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And at the end of 8 innings of play, the score: Milwaukee 5, the New York Yankees nothing. On to the 9th inning now with Tommy Burns, who came on to work for the Yankees in the 8th. Continuing in the 9th inning. And for the Milwaukee Braves, with a 5-run lead, they will send up the shortstop, Johnny Logan, third baseman, Eddie Mathews, and Hank Aaron. And there is a great hum of sound now coming out of the stand as the Milwaukee rooters here in Yankee Stadium begin to feel that the Braves are one big step closer to being the champions of the world. So we shall see as the shortstop for the Milwaukee Braves, Johnny Logan, steps in, a right-hand batter. Johnny has played a very important part in this series with his spectacular play of field and the resounding bat. Tommy Burns is all set to go. Looks into Yogi Berra. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error from Milwaukee. There's a pitch by Burns. Logan swings and lines one to the third baseman. Tony Kubek, 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. Logan really wrapped that ball, but right to Tony Kubek. And it brings up Eddie Mathews. He sacrificed in the 7th, fly to center in the 4th, double in the 3rd. And it was his double that brought home the first 2 Milwaukee runs that really started the merry-go-round going. He was called out in strikes in the first inning. Left-hand batter, outfield pull to the right. Burns, the left-hander, deals him a fastball, strike 1 over the outside corner. Here's Burns' next pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to Jerry Coleman, 1 hop. Throws to Skowron, out number 2. Second to first. Coleman to Skowron. 2 out for the Braves in the top of the 9th. And Hank Aaron moves out there now with 2 hits in 4 times at bat. Listen to the hand he gets. Hank Aaron being given the accolade that he is so deserving of. Here's a pitch by Byrne to the right-hand batter outside with a fastball, ball 1. Field shaded just a few steps around to the left. Here's the 1-ball pitch by Byrne. A big curve outside and high ball 2. Milwaukee, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. New York Yankees, no runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors. And we're playing in the top of the 9th inning in Yankee Stadium. The deciding game of the World Series. The pitch to Aaron. Fastball outside. Ball 3. The windup, 3-0 delivery to Aaron. He is over the outside corner to Bell, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Two out, nobody on. 3-1 pitch is strike 2 call with a fastball over the outside corner to Neal. Full count now to Aaron. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch by Byrne to Aaron. Swings it to 5 balls, deep in the center field. Mantle moves back, has lots of room, and he's under it, and he takes it. So in the top of the 9th inning for Milwaukee, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. He's the middle third of the batting order. Berra, McDougal, and Kubek. Burdette has silenced the mighty Yankee bats with 4 base hits, a double to Bauer in the 1st inning. Then he was not until the 5th inning when they were able to get another base hit off his offering. In the 6th inning, they got a single by Mantle. In the 7th, they got a single by Kubek. He has 3 strikeouts, and Burdette has walked only 1 batter. So here we go into the last half of the 9th inning. A historical 9th inning for the Milwaukee Braves, they hope. And the last hope for the New York Yankees in this, the 1957 finale. Here's the pitch now to Berra. He swings and he lifts a high popper to the infield. Torrey with his arms waved out, moves in near the bag. He takes it in about 2 feet of fair territory. So Berra is out number 1 for the Yankees in the last half of the 9th inning. And the Braves are 2 outs away from becoming the world champions. The batter now is Gil McDougal. He has no hits and 3 times at bat today. Red Shandy says he has been most of the afternoon, again, positioning Felix Mancia. Here's a pitch to him. He swings at it and fouls it back on the screen. Gil McDougal standing up there with a 1-strike count. Outfield for the Braves, shaded just a few steps around to the left. Big hole open in right center field. Mathews backed up for about 3 steps off the grass at third. The pitch to him is a curveball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Burdette not looking the least bit tired. His last time out, they say he used only 87 pitches. He's ready now with a 1-1 delivery to McDougal. He checks his swing. He takes a fastball high and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Braves 5, the Yankees nothing. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. 1 out. The Yankees standing now as the defending champions, trying to come back. Here's the 2-1 pitch, a side armor. Pop foul coming back near the screen. It's out of play. So it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count now to Gil McDougal. Del Crandall looking back for that ball. It hangs on the net. And it's sitting right there back at home plate. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Burdette looking in for the sign, is ready to work. Here's the windup. Pitch on the way to McDougal. A side armor lined out into right center field. It's a base hit. So the Yankees are still alive as McDougal slaps a single into right center field. Only the 5th hit off truly one of the great right-handers that has pitched in any World Series game, Lew Burdette. McDougal on at first. And Tony Kubek, the young man from Milwaukee who has 1 hit and 3 times at bat, is up there now. He singled his last time up. He flied to left. He's bounced to third. Mathews with that left-hand batter up there guarding that foul line. The outfield shaded around to the opposite field. They're giving him right center field. Pitch by Burdette is swung on. A fly ball hit into right center field. Hank Aaron moving back there very casually. He's under the section. There's 2 out. 2 out now in the last half of the 9th inning. The Braves leading 5-0, and Jerry Coleman moving up there as Burdette moves out to Johnny Logan to get the ball. Bill Carm will bring you a brief summary after this game, and then we'll take you down to the winning clubhouse. So it's 2 out. Jerry Coleman, who has 1 hit and 3 times at bat, represents the last hope for the Yankees. As McDougal, the base runner, first, holds tight. And now the umpire at second base, Joe Paparella, holds up time, as some of the Yankee fans, or I'm presuming they're Yankee fans or just baseball fans, were hanging over the fence out in left center field. They moved out of the bleachers. And naturally, umpires wanting to make sure that in the event a fly ball might be hit out that way, that a fielder would not be interfered with an over-anxious or overzealous fan. So they moved them back out of there, and Lew Burdette, who is anxious to step into that coveted spot in history, is ready, and he delivers to Coleman. The sidearm fastball, strike 1. Burdette, standing back to the rubber, seems calm and cool as he pops that rosin back down on the mound. Jerry Coleman standing in there. McDougal leads away. Here's the 1-strike pitch. A swing and a little slicer going into right field. It's in there for a base hit. McDougal holds it second as Andy Pasco makes the throw into Mancia. So Coleman delays momentarily the Braves' celebration as the Yankees lead 5-0. And now the Yankees have 6 hits off Lew Burdette. And manager Casey Stengel, with the pitcher to the bat, goes to his bench. Fans who had started for the exit ways have stopped, and they're all looking on. Jerry Coleman brings his plastic liner back in, get his regular baseball cap, and as the clouds move in, white, fleecy clouds, almost as a forerunner of the banners and the ribbons and the horns that the Milwaukee fans hope that they will be able to utilize. Coleman takes time, and moving out now is Tommy Byrne, who's going to rap for himself. Tommy, as you know, is a pretty good man with that wood. And Casey Stengel, figuring that Tommy Byrne, a left-hand batter, will do just as well, is going to let Byrne bat for himself. In the regular season, Byrne hit for a 189 average, had 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. In 37 times at bat, he had 7 hits. So Byrne is up there now. Tommy Byrne stands between Lew Burdette and the Milwaukee Braves and the championship of the baseball world. Here's the pitch to Byrne. Fastball, it's inside, low ball 1. Joe McDougal, the base runner at second. Jerry Coleman is on at first. 2 men out in the last half of the 9th inning. Braves 5, the Yankees nothing. Braves with 5 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The Yankees have no runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. The outfield is pulled around to the right. Some of the fans have released paper from the stands, floating around. Burdette looks back to the runner at second, delivers to Byrne, a strike over the inside corner, 1-1. There's an expectancy in the air that's almost as it was when Don Larson was reaching for his great fame in the 5th game. Fans, whether they be Yankee fans or Brave fans, now rooting for Lew Burdette. 1-1 pitch is a strike over the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lew Burdette, perhaps now just starting to feel the great responsibility that rests on his arm, even though he's enjoying a 5-run lead. With 2 men on. And a 1 ball and 2 strike count on Tommy Byrne. Stretches now, looks to the runners, and here's the 1-2 pitch coming down, a bounce to the left side, knocked down by Mancia, and no play is possible. The bases are loaded for the Yankees. Mantle did a great job in just knocking the ball down and keeping a run from coming in. So Tommy Burns comes through with a smash off Mantle's glove. And the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Bill Skowron, the batter, 5-0. The Braves lead as a swing and a foul back. One strike. Skowron, who just returned to the lineup today, came on as a pinch hitter in the 5th inning, and he's remained in the ball game at first base. He's 0 for 2. The outfielder on to the left. McDougal is on at third. Coleman is on at second. Tommy Burns, the base runner at first. Hank Aaron is pulled around in left center field. The breeze is blowing across from left to right. Burdette stick swung on. Line grabbed by Mathews, who sets from third. And the World Series is over, and the Milwaukee Braves are the new world champions of baseball. Great play by Eddie Mathews of a line drive hit down the left field line and grabbed backhanded by Eddie Mathews, who sits on third ahead of the on-rushing Jerry Coleman. And it's all over. And the final score with the Braves being the world champions, being mobbed now by the fans rushing on the field, is the Milwaukee Braves, 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. The New York Yankees, no runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors.
Now to wind up this World Series broadcast, let's pick up Earl Gillespie, with whom it was a pleasure to work along with Bob Neal in this series, and hear what the victorious world champion Milwaukee Braves have to say.
Earl?
The happiest guy in the locker room, Lew Burdette, who just wrote baseball history by beating the New York Yankees. Another shutout, Lew. Congratulations.
Thank you, Earl. It was a great thrill.
Oh, it certainly was, and you set those Yankees down 2 straight ball games without giving a run. It was a great challenge to you. You rose to the occasion and pitched beautiful baseball in all 3 games.
Oh, you got to be lucky, Earl. You got to hit the ball that some right, just like that last play. Gee, Eddie made a great play.
I missed that play, but I understand it was a great one, Lew. Congratulations. Nice going. We're very proud of you all over the world.
Here is Mr. Lew Burdette and Eddie Mathews. Look, get him on here. We have Eddie Mathews. Eddie, that inning was a fine play down the ball. How do you feel, buddy?
Oh, wonderful. There's nobody like in the world, Earl.
You did a great job at all the boys.
Is that Earl? Now we just got about the greatest ball club to do this.
I think so, sir. You must be very proud.
I'll tell you what I'm proud about. We beat a great ball club. It was just a tremendous. The Yankee ball club was just a tremendous ball club. But we're just a little bit better.
That's right, sir.
Well, congratulations, Eddie.
Series, Mr. Brady.
Didn't think you were going to do the job?
Just wonderful. Eddie Mathews and Lew Burdette. Now let's get some of the other players up here. Everybody, of course, trying to get Lew Burdette over here. And Lew being surrounded by everybody. Here's Joe Crandall, who caught Lew Burdette today. And, well, he must have really had that stuff on the ball.
Oh, he's wonderful, wonderful competitor. Early got a little tired, but he came through. Eddie made a great play to end the ball game. It was a wonderful victory for everybody.
How'd you feel, buddy, when you hit that home run? I was very proud of you.
Oh, boy, that's nothing like that. No matter when you hit him, but hit him in the series, it's a great thrill, Earl.
That's right. Well, that was Del Crandall.
Thank you, Earl.
Catcher of the Milwaukee Braves. Here's Red Sadie, who didn't play the last few ball games because of injury. But boy, he was in there all the way doing a great job for the Braves this year. Red, great thrill, buddy. We got a great ball club here.
We won the hard way all year, and we come from behind. Yesterday we lost. It makes a difference to come right straight up. We had the confidence. We did it. That's the kind of a ball club we had all year.
You kind of predicted that, didn't you?
Yes, that's right.
Fine. Red Sadie, Milwaukee Braves. Here is Hank Aaron, who had a great series. Hank, congratulations.
Thank you, Earl. Thank you. That was a real good game to win, I tell you.
It's sure. How'd you feel to be a world champion?
Oh, it feels wonderful. Really good.
Well, we're all very, very proud of you. The whole nation, Hank. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Henry Aaron, center fielder of the Milwaukee Braves, and Frank Torrey, a Brooklyn boy, who had a wonderful series, too. Frank, I know you're really happy.
Oh, Earl, it's the greatest thrill I've ever had in my life. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. I mean, it's really tremendous.
Probably when you were a youngster over in Brooklyn, Frank, you probably looked forward to someday playing at Yankee Stadium.
Well, I never dreamed it would be anything like this. I mean, it was really great. We beat a great club, and well, it took a great club to beat a great club, and we did it.
Wow. Thank you very much, Frank Torrey, first baseman of the Milwaukee Braves, and incidentally, right job. Well, thanks very much, Frank Torrey, and I hope you fans have enjoyed meeting these